All right. Hey, Beer Battalion. How you guys doing? All right. So we're going to keep working on the trainer that we had started to work on last time. And I think we're going to do a little bit of transformation on the neck, and then we'll go from there to sculpting the shirt and the arms and everything. I had my wife draw up some concept art, so what we're working on is a little bit better than what I had in my head now, because her art on paper defines or really directs how I sculpt things. So, all right. So let's see. You know what? Let's go into edit mode here real quick, and I just want to pull some of these things out. Just kind of fit. So we'll turn on proportional editing here, and I'm just gonna move this back and up to kind of give more of the actual way I expect the shirt to kind of go. Something more along those lines. Yeah, that's probably a little bit better. And then, I don't know, I'm thinking about having a collar on it. I'm not 100% sure, but that'll be fine. Okay, so let's get into the sculpting layout here, and I'm gonna hide the shirt, and I guess we can go ahead and hide the arms and boots and pants. Okay, just drop the strength down a little bit, and I'm going to just inflate this neck just a bit, just so it lines up a little bit more with the back of the head. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. Let's smooth that out, give ourselves a little bit of neck muscle there. All right, actually, I'm kind of okay with that. I think the face, like, is almost a little wrong, but it's okay. It's almost like the face needs to kind of come back a little bit, maybe. I don't know. It's probably good. So let's see. I think now I guess we'll go to the shirt and just apply the mirror modifier here. Go into the sculpting workspace, and we'll start working on this a little bit. What is this? No, Monster Cat. That is not the song I want to hear. Okay. So just like always, we'll just hit inflate and do a light strength here and kind of just increase the topology, but that looks like that didn't work because dynamic topology was not turned on. So we'll make sure that's turned on, and then we'll redo this sculpting here. Hey, Secure, how you doing today? All right. And clothing sculpting is not something I've ever done before, really. I don't think. I mean, I think I've done it once or twice. It didn't turn out that great, but we've done it once or twice. How's your day going, Secure? I did look at the Make Human plugin, yeah. I took a brief look at it. I did not look at it in depth, but I did take a brief look at it. It looked pretty cool. Alright. So, whoa, what happened there? What happened there? Hold on now. What happened with the... What happened with the faces on the inside there? Where's the necklace? Whoa, that should have been closed off. That's not good. Hey, Rodeska, I'm doing alright today, man. How are you? I hear you're feeling sick. And you know what? We're going to go ahead and just fill that in there. That should have been done a long time ago. Whoops. Alright, well, we'll sculpt it now. Alright. And now, there we go. Oh, dynamic topology is off again. There we go. That'll fix that area. Cool. It's gonna be a while before you get better, but it's okay. Well, I'm sorry, dude. I'm sorry to hear that. What have you come down with? All right, I'm just gonna check the drawing here. And actually, let me bring up the arms again. Because my wife wants a lot shorter sleeves than what I gave on the shirt, and that's okay. We'll go ahead and do that. Oh, it's something wrong with your heart. Dude, that's not good. That's not good. Are you sure you're okay? All this feels like it's dropping into your stomach like a sudden fall with razor-sharp pains constantly. Dude, that is not good. What did the doctor say? Alright, there we go. And we'll kind of broaden out these shoulders, because 'tis what the wife thought would look cool. So, kind of broaden out the shoulder a little bit. Kind of bring the back up. Going to the doctor's on the 1st. You're going to take care of yourself until then. Well, good luck, man. Let me know how that ends up, because I'm worried about you a little bit. Alright, just trying to get the general shape out here. And you know what? That actually doesn't look too bad. It kind of follows naturally the shape of the body. So let's look at that from the back there. And let me just pull this kind of ridge up to the shoulder so it's more consistent. Okay. Yay for sculpting clothing. Rodeska, do you have any tips for sculpting clothing? other than just keep trying. All right, let's bring in the neck. We have a neck here. Just a reference is a good idea. Yeah. Huh. I wonder how I could I wonder how I can show that in there. Ah, okay. Alright, I think I have an idea. Yeah. Do I give him a fat guy belly? Do we do that? I don't know. Nah. No, we're not going to give him a fat guy belly. And that's going to mean, though, that his chest is going to be a little further out. So we'll, you know what? Let's get that clay strips brush in here. And we'll just kind of map this out real quick. You made a futuristic geisha doll thing. Is it based off that, sculpt that you did for a commission? Alright, let's take the draw brush here and just... okay, I don't want symmetry turned on there. Because, well, okay, you know what? Let's block it out before we start doing any of that stuff. That's... yeah, before I start doing any of the crazy stuff, let's go ahead and just block it out. Alright, so kind of pecs that you can see through the shirt. And, I guess, let's go ahead and... where's the... I'm going to need the crease tool here. Kind of bring this down. Something like that. You know what? Realistically, his shoulders are out too far for his neck, and this is up like way too much because he's not. You liked it so much that you wanted to continue to mess with it. Well, that is good. That's good. I hope one day I'm at that point. I'm sure I will get to that point eventually. There we go. I feel like that's a little bit better. It's probably a little bit better. And I just kind of want to smooth this down. Oh, trying to make an anime body. What have I decided to do with my life? This, apparently. No, I don't think you have ever shown me your very first sculpt. But I'll definitely get there. Okay. That's the goal. Right now, the goal is to create something I'm sort of proud of, and then eventually get as good as you. But I actually really enjoy doing... like, I was looking at ArtStation jobs, and I really enjoy doing environment pieces. I'm not a huge fan of... like characters, and I think that's just because it takes a lot more work. How's teaching going? Well, secure. Let's put it this way: the job search is ongoing. That's as much as I got right now. The job hunt is ongoing. I'm just kind of bring this out a little bit to handle the fact that the polo is going to be a little bit larger. Yeah. I love being a well, I love teaching. I don't love being a teacher. So, at the end of the day, that's what it is for me. So I think I'm going to transition my teaching, well, hopefully with a little luck, I'll transition my teaching to more like content on my YouTube channel for Blender and other stuff. Blender, life skills, look at issues in education. You know, I think that's kind of the direction that I want to go. But I got to have something to pay the bills until I get money from that. And that's still 5 years away, I think. Well, 5 years away from doing it full time. I don't know about 5 years away from getting paid to make YouTube content. You can't find your first sculpt anymore, but trust me, it is awful. Worse than barely recognizable. Well, I'll trust you. My first sculpt wasn't great either. I've come a long way. Just in like a very short amount of time, probably the last 7 months, I've come a long way in my art. Okay. Just kind of even that out there. And you know what? Let's put a Let's do anchored and yeah. Something like that maybe. There we go. We have 2 buttons. I could kind of clean that up now, I guess. Yeah, okay, wait a second. I guess let's go back to this. Let's move this back to space.
It's what you want it to be.
Any tutorials on making building walkthroughs? Not yet. Not yet. I will be. Enjoy your dinner, Rodeska. You have earned it. Yeah, not yet. There will be some walkthroughs eventually. If you really want it, put it in the or if you'd like me to do a video on it in the near future, put it in either a comment on the YouTube channel, because I check those obsessively, if I'm being honest, or in the Discord. There we go. Now we have a button, and I will get around to doing that. Making a house is probably going to be one of the next things that I do once I've got the trainer and his gear laid out. Okay, you know what? Let's, instead of pulling up real polo shirts, let's pull up anime polo shirts. Anime polo shirt. See what that looks like. Oh, thank you very much, Streamlabs, for reminding me. Welcome back, Rodeska. Okay, I kind of see how they want it to go. Ooh, turkey chili. You know, I actually, for the first time in a while, I had tater tots. Because my wife decided to cook some tater tots, and I remember how much I love those things. Okay, I kind of see how they draw this. Guess let me pull up another. I want to get the details right on this shirt, and I want to make sure that I like actually make something worthwhile, since it's going to be the primary model here. Your church is moving into a building this year and want a 3D walkthrough of the building. Oh, yeah, okay, so that's not that hard to do. Secure, that's like making, that's like modular assets. Making modular assets, that's pretty simple. You just will need honestly, some cubes that you can rescale for the walls, and then vertex snapping. Should be pretty easy. Okay, gotta find an anime character shirt. Yeah, that's probably something close to what I want to do. You will love the idea of making a Pokemon trainer. Well, I'll tell you what, Rodiska, if you want to make the female version of the Pokemon trainer, I will not say no. Okay, so there's a lot of normal map detail on this. And then it's just done together. So let me see how they... Okay, so I'm basically going to just have to kind of sculpt it how I want it and hope for the best. Great. That's just what I love to see. Just like, yeah, sure, you got this. No problem, kid. I got it. You might. It's a good idea. Well, yeah, well, let me know, man. The goal is to remake Pokemon Yellow, so I don't know. Maybe if you come up with a thing for Misty. That's probably... You know, in the Pokemon anime, or in the manga, Misty is not 13 biologically. Or, like, I guess what I'm trying to say is the Pokemon characters are unnecessarily well endowed in the manga. Alright, let's get a collar up here. Yeah, they had to be... Uh-oh. Oh, that's why. I was wondering what was going on with that curve. They had to be severely censored when they became the American versions. All right, so we're gonna crease this down. And then we're going to use the snake hook brush here. I'm going to try to use the snake hook brush to pull off Okay, come on here. There we go. If we can get a basic shape on it, I can... This is going to look like a very bad collar for a minute. We'll get it working. Or maybe we just leave him with a jagged collar like that. That would almost be Pokemon-ish. Maybe. That's not what I want, though. We want to give him a real collar. Could be interesting, though. Alright. So we will fill in this area here along the way. Like an eye, yeah, exactly. Like one of the dragon trainer or something, you know? All right, cool. So we just want to I guess I can smooth this down. Hold on here. Let's do this. Let's go ahead and mask all of this area here, so I don't accidentally mess it up while I'm working. Suppose I could just go ahead and hide it, but where's the fun in that? You know what? That's not that bad. That is not that bad. And then I can obviously, and will obviously, fix this up a little bit, but... and kind of inflate and smooth it out along the way. Yeah, opening act. Welcome to the stream, man. But yes, yeah, we are kind of going for a bit of an anime feel for the face, yes. How was your break? Do I do anything different than a regular face? Just kind of a little bit of how the proportions are done, right? So like I didn't put a lot of effort into the lips and stuff, and I'm pretty sure I'm just gonna keep that feel for the lips because you're not really gonna see them close up, and then that way it follows more the anime style. I do need to work on the nose a bit. The eyes are larger than normal because we're going 3D eyes rather than textured on eyes. The head you can see is a little bit more anime shape and angular with the chin. So, but for the most part, no, it's not really different than doing normal humans. It's just a much more stylized way of doing things. How was your spring break? Opening act. Good, good. Just working in a game. That's good. That's good. I'm glad you're enjoying your chili, Rodeska. I am once again trying to lose the weight that I had already lost before spring break. Again. Because I apparently, when I get out of routine, don't know how to not eat things. It's kind of sad, but it's kind of true. Alright, let's kind of pinch up this edge here. And I think it's K. Oh, that's that. What's the scrape brush? Your goal is 25 pounds trying to cut back. Dude, my goal is 20 pounds for the start. And my ultimate goal is like... My ultimate goal is like 80, I think. I think 80 pounds would be where I need to like be health-wise. You know what? That's pretty good. I'm gonna kind of deflate this area a little bit. And just try to... There we go. Now when I smooth around the outside... You dropped the thing in the Discord. Let's check it out. Ooh, very nice. Very nice. Gosh, one of these days, Rodeska, one of these days I'm going to beat you. It's not today, and it won't be tomorrow, but one of these days. All right. Let's get in here. It's a Cleo, darling. I just say that that's like the marked off area. And then we're going to turn off symmetry for a second just so I can be like, yeah, this part right here, that's connected. And then we can kind of soften up this edge because it will be a seam, but it doesn't need to be a hard seam that people really notice. Just kind of more of a soft one. But this, yeah, that can be a hard edge. So I go ahead and pinch that and smooth this out. Yeah, but pinch this so it's much more like the top of a collar. And you know what? I'll go ahead and hide the head here. I don't need to be fighting with the head at this point. I'm doing all this without symmetry because I'm a fool and didn't turn it back on. But oh well, let's go ahead and just kind of pull this up. Okay, there we go. Now we can turn symmetry back on. Bring back the head. And there we go. What's this? Smooth this out. Not sure what that is right there. You think you're going insane? Why do you think you're going insane? Alright, let's see these pants. Where are these pants? I kind of want to add like a little bag. Definitely want to add a little bit of a bag to the bottom here. So we're just going to kind of puff out the bottom. Oh, why do you feel like you're going insane? Is it because you're getting a second bowl of chili, or your new goal is 35 pounds because you're gaining 10 from this chili? All right, come on, here we go. All right, so we've got a kind of a puffed out version here of the this shirt. Let's kind of smooth out the bottom. So it's almost like it's tucked in. There we go. Aw, thanks for the host, Rodeska. Yeah, honestly, I think that's probably fine. Okay. So we've got that, and I'm going to add in a slight hang here. So I guess I'm going to turn symmetry off. Go ahead and save the work. Got to support the blender and the teachers. Well, I appreciate it. All right, so it looks like there could be kind of a, let's say there's a peak coming off the shirt here that kind of breaks down to the bottom. So we'll kind of say he's got this peak coming off, and then maybe the shirt does something like that as well. And maybe just kind of carves it down a little bit in this area. And then maybe okay. All right. Sculpting clothing. What are you going to do, huh? That feels like too big. Gonna be way better than me? I don't know about that. And if it is, it's because you're teaching. So okay. Okay. I feel like that's a little bit better. Maybe that's up too high. Or we pull this section of the shirt down just a little bit, kind of smooth that just a tad. There we go. He's got a little like curve in the shirt, and well, I don't know if I know where I'm going with my. Oh, well, I guess I can see that just because I have like projects in my head, but I'm never like staying in one thing too long. So like I'm not really getting good at any one thing, you know? It's not like I'm like, oh, I'm going to be a character artist. I'm just like, I need, cuz I'm building the game, I'm just more like I need this thing. So I'm going to go kind of make an adequate version of that. Alright, let's kind of put a little bit more area in the front here. And then kind of smooth that down, see what we get. There we go. That's kind of giving the illusion of a realness going on over here. If you say so. We'll see. We shall see. We'll see where I'm at in 2 to 3 years. Alright, that's kind of better, I guess. I'm like checking the reference, but this kind of like clothing detail work. This is my first real clothing piece, so I mean, it definitely feels, that feels more real, but then as you go away from the front, it definitely doesn't feel as real. What are Captain Marvel's powers? Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. Isn't she just like super strong, super fast, kind of magic? I didn't see the movie, so which I just want to make this wave in the shirt. So let me smooth this down and kind of smooth it out along the edge there, just so we have a. It's kind of like there's a wave in the back. And I just want to add in a couple more of these kind of like waves to the shirt. We can just kind of fill that out there, and maybe there's another one that comes down like that. Because nothing ever falls perfectly on a shirt. But it's almost like the further you get up. Should I even be doing this? It's anime style, right? So I guess, you know what? I should. Maybe. I hate this one, though. Let's just fill this in. That's probably fine if I'm being honest. I don't need to pay this much attention to it. And you're not really even going to see this because he's going to be wearing a backpack, so I'm not going to worry too much about that. Like a true Pokemon trainer. Alright, so I need to grab this face and those. And just extrude them kind of up into his arm there, and we grab this and just move that along. Maybe scale that up a bit. I have not. I heard the new I heard there was a new Dora the Explorer, or a Dora the Explorer live action movie coming out, and I have tried to avoid that like the plague. It's pretty epic. I don't know, man. It's Dora the Explorer. How epic could it be? Alright, let's go into sculpting on this arm here. And just like always, we will start with a low strength. And just add in some turn on dynamic topology. Yes, that's fine. And just smooth it out. Now the arms are not going to be super muscular or anything like that, just because yeah, it's just not going to be. It's gonna be your average Pokemon trainer, I guess. Gosh, I don't think I understand how many characters I'm signing myself up for making. What it might as well be a Michael Bay film. Really? What's the overall, like, I guess, plot of it? Is just like, did the trailer tell you kind of like what it is, or is it just Dora going on an adventure? Because I see, was it Selena Gomez is playing Dora? Which I guess if anybody was going to play Dora, like, she's a great choice for that role, but still Dora the Explorer. So it's Laura Croft, but with a cute backpack on and a pet monkey accompanying her. Huh. Okay. Yeah, this is definitely going to bomb at the box office. Like, for sure it's going to bomb at the box office. That almost feels like a straight-to-Netflix movie. You'll go see it just to say, see, that seems like a waste of money, though, right? Like, when you're like 90. Okay, so I still think, dude, it's kind of like a waste of money, you know? Like, yeah, I saw that in theaters. People be like, you paid $20 to go see that in theaters? And potentially more to go see Dora the Explorer? You just have that kind of money to blow? Yeah, alright. I mean, I guess that's true. Like, if you're going to waste some money, why not use some money for curiosity's sake? But, yeah, that movie's going to bomb. Like, for sure it's going to bomb. Oh, it'll be an experience. That Dora the Explorer movie will definitely be an experience. But is it an experience that you're going to regret having? I'll tell you what. You tell me how it goes. And whether or not it was worth spending that money after you've done it. And then I will wait for it to come to Netflix. And I'll let you know if I would have paid $20 to go see it. Okay. Well, as long as you enjoy it, man. Ultimately, that's what matters, isn't it? Alright. Let's, guess we can kind of smooth this out a little bit. I think okay, so here we are. Alright, and I kind of feel like there should have been a bend in the arm a little bit, maybe something like right here, maybe. Yeah, I feel like this is the natural, that would be the natural place for a bicep to be over and the elbow to be met right here. I'll put a tiny crease in here. Not a super prominent one. We'll smooth that out. Put a blob on the reverse side. Right about here. Just a tiny one for the marking of an elbow. Actually, let's actually grab the blob brush rather than just the... Alright, let's kind of do that. And then smooth that down. There we go. So now he's got like an elbow marker. Tiny little thing going on here. And that'll be fine. Alright, cool. It's basically the arm and the hand. Ooh, what's going on with that? I don't know. Let's fix this up. Smooth that out. And then I guess there should kind of be a slight knuckle. Like a slight knuckle, like a boom knuckle. Knuckle. There we go. That one might even be a little too high. There we go. Be just stuff that the normal map picks up when we get in there. Yeah, that's all right. What's up with this finger? Why is it? Why is it doing weird things like that? There we go. Cool. All right, so we've got the hand there. We've got the arm. Let's go back to the layout mode. Oh, let's get rid of a lot of this crease. That's far too prominent. There we go. Now you kind of notice it, but still pretty prominent. Okay. There you go. All right, now it's there, but it's like not really there if you're not looking for it. That will be fine. Still haven't tried Blender 2.8 yet. Yes, Dan Rorty. Yes, this is Blender 2.8. I've been just like trying to every couple of weeks download the new beta version and testing it out and getting used to it. So but yeah, dude, welcome to the stream. How you doing today? All right. I am not sold on this polo shirt, but you know what? No, I have to go back and fix that. I do not like these. I'm kind of okay with the bottom stuff, but I'm not okay with this. Look at that. You guys know each other. That's awesome. And that verified means somebody's a partner streamer, and if you're an art streamer, now I'm a little self-conscious. Just kidding. I'm fine. Thanks for stopping by. Wait, really? The Lara Croft model from the video game from Tomb Raider. Really? Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Honestly, that's in my Steam wish list. It's in my Steam wish list. I haven't got it yet, but it's in my Steam wish list. All right. Let's bring in these pants. Look at these, kind of look like golf pants. Like he's not a Pokemon trainer. He's a golf guy. Yeah. Okay. Let's get the heck out of here. All right. Let's work on these pants. What do we want to do here? I kind of want... Okay. Tell me if this is dumb. If it's a dumb idea, I'm not going to do it. But this is what I've been thinking, right? So he's a Pokemon trainer. He's going to be traveling around the Pokemon world. Travel cargo pant khakis. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking like cargo pant work type of thing. I feel like that would be really useful if you were going to take on like a travel around the world type of thing. Okay, I'm just pulling up some reference images here because clothing is not something I've really ever done before. Which means I'm going to need a new object in here for the belt. That's definitely going to need to happen. We'll feed that through once I create some belt loops. We'll do some thick belt loops around it. You know what? There we go. There's my reference image. I'm going to use that. Okay. Hi. So with that said, this is going to be much more of a straight leg piece. So let's just look at this. Go into the modeling workspace here. And turn on some proportional editing. Grab these. Oh, I guess it was on already. Kind of move these over just a bit because this really is... these pants are definitely going to be straight leg. Except for the bottom here, which will be kind of a flared out base. And that one on the inside there. There we go. Okay, where are these shoes? Should probably bring in the shoes for this, huh? You know what? All right, it doesn't really matter that much because I'm going to be pulling them down and out like that anyways. Something like that, I guess, maybe. All right, now it kind of looks like he's wearing, what are those pants from like the 70s? Shoot, the flare bottoms? I don't know what they're called. I wasn't born then. But there we go. Something like that, I think. And that gets us our basic shape, I guess. And then, yeah, we can get into the sculpting of the pant leg, which actually you need to apply the mirror modifier first. And then we can get into the sculpting of the pant leg. So, dynamic topology, please. Thank you very much. Let's make sure it's still on brush detail. It is. Okay, cool. So, Dan, what have you been working on? If you can talk about it. If you can't talk about it, that's totally understandable. Let's go ahead and where's my symmetrize? Symmetrize. There we go. Thank you. And how long have you been doing art? This is crazy. Ooh, let's take this strength down. You're directing a short film in Unity as well as you run your own art studio there in Vancouver. It's been tough doing both. Dude, that's insane. I'm jealous. I'm so jealous. So jealous. I have been... I don't know. I'm not that great at art. But I'm looking at getting into software development and video game development on my own because I'm a programmer by trade. And by trade, I mean by training because, honestly, my trade is biblical studies and theology. So I teach computer science right now, and I thought, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to remake Pokemon Yellow because why not? Not the whole thing, not at first, at least. Right now, it's much more of a portfolio for art and programming, game development type stuff. With some of my students because they need to work on something over the summer to keep their skills sharp so that next year they can produce a full video game in a year's time. So we'd start early. You've been in 3D art professionally for about 13 years. That's awesome. That is awesome. What's your favorite thing about doing 3D art? Bring this up just to force it to kind of connect here. Maybe bring this in a little. You love it all, not one thing specifically. Do you even love retopology? Yes, you do. You know what? I can respect that. I respect that. I like retopology a lot, actually. I'm getting better at it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot more than UVing. For sure. But I think retopo is a little easier than UVing. But yeah, I would gladly do somebody else's retopo if I could pass off my UVing to them. Like, gladly. But I gotta say, I think I enjoy the art process of game creation more than I enjoy the coding part of it. Oh, this looks bad. We're gonna have to fix this up a little bit, but... Your favorite part of art is having it come to life and showing people the things in your head. That's good. Yeah, you know what? At least what you do are like beautiful girl sculptures instead of that weird headless hot dogs bathing in lotion. I never want to read those words again in my life. Don't put those words in a sentence in my chat ever again. Alright, let's increase the strength here on this inflate, because the legs, like this is all kind of one plane here. Oh gosh. Adios, Dan. Thanks for hanging out, man. If you come back, that'd be awesome. Otherwise, enjoy your night. Secure. Get out of here with your networking, man. You're freaking magic with computers. I don't get networks. I don't get them. Programming is... I got programming. But networking is not something I will ever understand. Even though I've tried. It's just not something I ever want to understand. You know what? It's not something I ever want to understand, so I'm never going to understand it. Let's be real. Okay. All right. Well, enjoy your review with the team. Gosh. You know what, Mins? I don't want these pants to be super tight, so we're going to pull these back a little bit. And I don't want... Yeah. I mean, like, the butt is going to be kind of there, but I don't want it to be, like, a prominent thing. People are, like, looking at this going, ooh, look at that booty. It's not what I want for my characters. Let's push that in a little. Pull this out a little. Kind of pull that, something like that. And that's kind of, there we go. It's kind of boxy, so we'll smooth it out a little. Still boxy. You know what? Let's try doing this. Let's try pulling this box back just a little. And a little inward here. And then just a slight. There we go. Kind of smooth it out. There we go. It almost worked. It almost worked the way I wanted it to. Well, he kind of looks like he's wearing real clothes. I think that's actually... What do you think? I mean, that kind of looks like real clothing a little bit. Gosh, that's actually not... It's not great. It's not great. But you know what? It's not too bad. It's not too bad. I definitely think I want a more flared base, though, on this. Okay. Gosh. Okay, the amount of detail that's going to have to go into these pants. All right, hold on. Let's go back. Where was that previous image? There we are. Panting as I sculpt the details of the pants. Gosh. All right, let's get rid of these arms again. They're in the way. All right, so what I think I'm trying to do here is kind of build up like the flat edge of the thing. So let me see which is the flatten tool. Shift T for some odd reason. Like we're building up that flat. Where the belt is supposed to go on pants. There we are. Cool. So now I can sculpt in some belt loops. I'm going to need clay strips to do that. And let's set the curve at full. Yeah, there we go. Yep, and I'll just kind of keep going over this same area over and over again. And that's going to count as one. And we'll just put the belt loop or the belt through that. So we're going to do. Maybe one here on the side as well. There we go. Kind of smooth this out a little bit. Smooth that out there. Awesome. And then do one more. Or I guess two more. Whatever. There we go. All right, so we have some belt loops, and I can put a belt through there now. Yeah, that's okay. Should the pocket be... You know what? Honestly, I see no reason why it shouldn't be sculpted on instead of its separate piece. Okay, wrong button. There we go. Cool. So now, just inflate this slightly. All right, now that it's inflated. Actually, hold on a second. So let's undo that. What I could really do is grab the layer brush, turn off dynamic topology, and increase. You know what? Let's decrease the strength here. So this way it ensures we get an even layer across as long as I only... Well, it did, I guess it tried. It didn't succeed, but it tried. So let's smooth this out a little bit. Definitely not going to have the pocket out this far. So flattening this area will be important. There we go. That's better. All right, that's kind of better. Maybe just a little bit bigger towards the bottom. Because it is going to be a pocket, and maybe he's holding one or two things in here. So it should be kind of narrower at the top. I wore mini cargo pants growing up. I kind of remember how those pockets laid out. There we go. That's much better. Like, am I going to pose him full on it? Oh, full on animation. Full on animation. There's going to be, because he's going to be the main character, right? So he's going to be the main character, and the camera's going to kind of just like hover behind him, kind of like this. Whatever. I kind of want you to be able to like zoom all or like rotate all the way around, but you'll be like this, and you'll just be running behind, or the camera will be following the character as he runs around the land of Pokemon. Okay, that's actually pretty decent there. Let's kind of smooth out the top just a little bit more. Now he's got this pocket on the side, which will be helpful, but I want to also add on kind of some detail Okay, so I'm going to need... I need the... actually, let's go ahead and save. I need a crease brush here. Yeah, dude, I'm like telling you, we're remaking Pokemon Yellow. That's the goal. That's the goal. So, like, on stream, that's all. That's what I'm going to be working on for a little bit. I'm going to go back and forth between the orc. Like, I might do 1 or 2 programming things, but I might leave the orc game. Because, honestly, the orc thing I was only working on because I was making my students do it, and we're near the end of that project. So, I'm kind of near the end of caring about that project. And it was fun to work on. That's not what I want. Let me look at that cargo pocket. Yeah, that's what I want. That's right there. Okay, so this is not at all what I want then. Okay. All right, let's switch to a line here so I can just kind of draw a line across. All right, cool. I think by the time the summer is over, I think we'll only be at realistically Pewter City, but the goal is to get to Cerulean City by the end of the summer, and just like create enough reusable and modular assets that building the overall world won't be that hard. But yeah, that's the goal. That's what we're hoping to get, or I'm hoping to get. I want to make sure I don't harm this section that I just worked on. I'll mask that up. There we go. Just like that. Oh, undo that. Let's lower the strength here. And kind of give us a base for the pocket. And just like every other true cargo pant, it'll go out past that, but I want that to be the top where I can put a seam. So now that we have that, I can pinch this together and maybe crease real tiny along the base here. All right, there we are. All right, there we go. We have a pocket. And let me crease up around the base here to give it some real definition from the pant. All right, cool. So now we have we have pockets, we have belt loops. Now we got to get the other folds in the pants. So let's look at the base here. I kind of feel like I can't do a lot of that until I've gotten the shoe down. And honestly, who knows what kind of shoes I should. You'd probably want something with a good sole, right? Like a real good sole. If you were going to travel around. We'll even brand them. You know what? I'm gonna totally steal an Adidas design or an Under Armour shoe design. For sure. We'll steal an Under Armour shoe design. And then I'll just put a Pokeball on the side of it and call it a day. All right, so let's go back to the layout mode where we can kind of see everything. Bring this back. You want a good sole. All right, where are the boots? And they're not boots, they're shoes. All right, this model is a first for me on a lot of things. Because I've never done pants or shoes. Like, this is the first thing for me for a lot of clothing type stuff. Something like that. Try to bring this all down and up so that it absolutely stays the way it should. Hey, Amateur James, how you doing tonight? Enjoy the lurk. Make sure to curl the toes. Yeah, so I've kind of got the beginning of the curl here a little bit with a little something like that. But honestly, I kind of want this to be a little bit further down, something more like this, I think. But yeah, there is the curve is there at the beginning at least. All right, now look at this. We got the basic shape on the sides done, but need something like this. Oh, let's grab from the base. There we go. Okay. It's all good, man. It's all good. There we go. All right, let's start blocking out the bottom here. And it actually looks like the boot should or the shoe should kind of be doing something like this. Like there is that little bit of outer edge there, but ultimately it should be doing something. Something like that. Yeah. I feel like that's right. I mean, I'm looking at a shoe. That's what the shoe is doing, so. Shapes. You know what? Is that... I feel like... No, the shoe's not too big. Okay. Good. It was just a weird moment of reflection there for me. Or I guess a weird moment of perspective might be the... Gosh, maybe I should have modeled this instead of sculpting it. I don't know. We'll get the detail we want eventually. But now, with this kind of basic shape blocked out, I think that's actually a pretty good... I think I've gotten a pretty good basic shape. But... You know what? I'm actually happy with this for now. I mean, it's not complete, but I'm kind of happy with the way it's turning out at the moment. Alright, kind of close enough. Now I can work on the pants a little bit better. Not texture paint. Let's go back to sculpting, please. On the pants. Alright, so use Blender today for your sculpt. What's it? Why do you... No. How do you make your decision to switch between different programs? Like, what makes you go, you know what, I'm going to use Blender for this one. Or I'm going to use ZBrush for this one. Like, what makes you do that? Alright, so it's going to kind of cuff there, which means that the inner and outers will actually come down further because that's the way that kind of pants do things. So it cuffs at the top there. And then this is going to come on down. And just kind of match the inside and outside. And we'll just kind of push this over a bit. You switch based on what you need to do, and Blender's fast at modeling. ZBrush is kind of a nightmare fuel for modeling. Okay, so you're just like, I know all these, and I choose based off of which is going to be the fastest for whatever you're working on. Well, that's good to know. Do you use Maya at all, Rodeska? Okay. All right, let's grab some clay strips here, and I know that there's going to be this kind of weird thing going on here. Let's turn off symmetry lock for this. Used to use Maya, then you took an arrow to the knee. You used to use Maya and Max, and now you just stick with Blender and Hey, Turtle Bite, man. How have you been? Well, you're lurking, but thanks for the lurk. Hope you're doing okay. It's been a while. Always do that. People are like, hey, I'm going to lurk. I'm like, oh, I start to ask them questions. Well, I hope I inspire people. I hope. Come for the ambience and lurk and do art. Well, you know what? If we're all working together, that works for me. That works for me. I may have to stop streaming for a bit, though, over the summer. It depends. Depends on how tomorrow goes. That could be bad. Man, am I gonna... I have a lot of videos to do on the sculpting brushes for the YouTube channel. Gosh, that's gonna be annoying. Not annoying, just time-consuming, because I've been putting off editing. I've been putting off editing these new, these texturing videos. Like, I've got to get 10 videos edited by Monday. And I've been putting it off. I just don't want to do it. All right, cool. So we've got something on the inside there. And it's kind of look like a piece for a crease, I guess. Oh, we should also have a pocket on there, huh? That would make sense if there were a pocket sculpted on here. I think that would make sense. So, yeah, we still have the line brush on here. So let's do very low strength pocket. Turn on symmetry for this. And we'll go from, say, here to here. One more time. And we've got our pocket entrance. Yeah, for YouTube. I've got a course coming out on texturing in Blender. And I've got to get that course out by April 1st. You know what? I could do that. Do you think people would really, though? Do you think they would buy them instead of just going to the YouTube channel? You know what? I know they would, because people would be like, "Ah, YouTube, I'm so sick of people." Whatever. I would have to re-edit it slightly. Okay. Yeah, so like that's something that right now I just don't have the time and effort and energy into for. It's something that would be fun to do, and I've thought about it a little bit. But between potentially finding a new job, trying to remake Pokemon, streaming, and trying to build a YouTube channel, I don't think I do not have enough time in my day. Now, if I were single and I didn't have a dog, sure, maybe. But wives take time. And I'm more than happy to use it on them or on her. I don't have multiple wives or a side piece. More than happy to use that time with and spend it with my wife, but it's like, man, that really does take up a lot of time. Just trying to maintain a healthy relationship. And I can't always be sure that I'm like doing that. There have definitely been times when she's like, "Yo, you need to spend more time with me." And not as much time working, and like I'll agree with that. I spend a lot of time working. And actually, the job opportunity that I'm considering would be a great opportunity if I were single, but because I'm married, I'm very hesitant to pursue it, even though I know it's probably a great decision for my family's future and will definitely lead to a higher paycheck in the near future than teaching would. But it's still something different. Okay, let's kind of smooth this out a little bit. Yeah, there we go. All right, so now I've kind of evened out the vertex sizes there. And let's put in a crease so that this looks like it's kind of just like resting. Like the cuff is kind of resting on
It was a one-horned, one-eyed, flying purple people.
What the heck is this song?
One-horned, one-eyed,
Apparently Monster Cat did a remix.
people eater. One-horned, one-eyed, flying purple people eater. Sure looks strange to me. Wow. It was a one-horned, one-eyed, flying purple people eater. One-horned, one-eyed, flying purple people.
I think those are too deep. Like they're too sharp of that's better. Cuz it's not as sharp cuz it's clothing. So there we go. That looks more like creases in the clothing than it does. I'm inspiring you. Well, go do art then, man. I'm glad I'm like inspiring you to do art. I've definitely watched some artists who've inspired me to like try new things. And ultimately, isn't that what Twitch is all about? Like hang out with people, watch them do the stuff you want to do, and then go do that thing yourself. I don't like this. There we go. Nope, these look bad. Kind of get rid of those a little bit. You know what? I'm cool with that. Cool. Check that out. Now I need to get the shoe right, but that's good. Bring back these arms. Yeah, I don't hate it. Check this out. Save that. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. Let's check the reference doc though. I'm missing something. I am not currently missing anything on the reference doc, but now he needs a backpack. And I suppose we could go work on the face a little bit more and work on these eyes because they need to go back into the head a bit. Oh, I guess I can't select the head. I could give him a pink beard. That would be kind of nice. Nah, that wouldn't really work out. I gotta do something to make him like pink beard reminiscent. Maybe I'll put like a little keychain or something. Oh, I could make his shoes pink beards. Huh, I could make his shoes pink beards. I might do that. Alright, so he definitely needs a hat. And then we'll need to do hair as well. Okay. You know what? I need to pick a hairstyle for him, to be honest. So let's save that for a little later. Let's go work on these shoes again. Okay, so we're just going to use the line brush, or not the line brush, but the line stroke method here. And just kind of map out. And I wonder, let's turn dynamic topology back on, yes. And can I wonder if there's a way to sculpt through an object. I know you can texture through an object. I would guess not. Dang it. Yeah, whatever. Alright, we'll make it work. We'll make it work here. Guess we'll grab the mask brush and then mask out this area here. increase the strength all the way up to 1.
They're here.
All right, so that's going to be the mask area of our shoe here. So then we can just fill inside the dots here. Or it's not fill inside the dots. That's not a thing. We can color within the lines and mask out this area so that we only affect this. All right, and then Control I to invert that, and we'll just kind of slightly inflate. Just show dynamic topology. What are you doing? Let's turn this on. Okay. Okay, so then we can do, just want to try to level this out. I wish there was a level brush. Like, I know there's a flatten brush, but I wish there was a level brush. And I guess you can kind of use the flatten brush as a level brush if you change it to work with the view plane. That would work, but since I'm not working on a perfectly solid model there, that's not going to be the best thing ever. Nope. That's not what I wanted to do, so we'll smooth out this area in here, and then let's get to pinch. Let's get real small. Let's pinch out these tiny little transformations here. Okay, solution to my problem. Let's go back to layout mode. Turn off the mirror modifier and set the origin point to the geometry, to the center of the geometry there. Honestly, that's not what I want. Center. How about? There we go. Center of mass by volume. Cool. So now, if I go back into sculpting on this, and I use dynamic topology to symmetrize from positive X to negative X, it should, and it does. Alright, so now all I have to do is kind of reshape that and put the pivot point back. Alright, that actually worked out the way I wanted it to. Origin to 3D cursor, turn back on the mirror modifier, and there we go. That's a little crafty, but I think that worked well. Yeah, I think that worked really well. Alright, back into sculpting. Go ahead and clear the mask there. Leche Flynn. What is Leche Flynn? Whoa, whoa, what's going on here? Booger Jello. Alright, let's switch this to the line so I can just draw it and be done with it. And kind of hard edge this. Let's increase the strength here just so I can... Too much. Something like that, maybe. There we go. All right, cool. All right, let me grab the flatten tool here. Lower that strength down. And try to flatten out this area. All right, and I want to add one little last detail here. Do I want to do that? No, no one's going to see it. All right, he's wearing decent shoes for walking around in. He's got cargo pants on. He's got a shirt. Let's go ahead and save this. He needs a hat, a belt, and a backpack. So let's go ahead and make this belt. All right, and we're going to add in a mirror modifier, turn on clipping, and also snapping to the nearest face. And turn off proportional editing. What's up with this? Ah, there we go. Okay. This is trainer belt. There we go. Make sure it's named. Naming super important. If I could pound that into my children's brains, just one thing, it would be proper naming will save your life. All right, cool. So let's also add a solidify modifier and run it in reverse. Maybe that's as thick as it needs to go right there. Yeah, that looks like a pretty solid belt, right? And then it would just need a belt buckle on the front there. So, yeah. All right, cool. We'll go ahead and apply. And apply. All right, let's add in a, let's see, what do we want? What do we want? We want, yeah, I'll take a cube here. We'll go super small with that. Turn off snapping. All right, so now we have a belt loop and a belt buckle. And there we go. No one will ever know. All right. So we have pants, a belt, belt buckle, a head, a neck. He needs a backpack. Hair and a hat. That's what's needed. So I guess we could start working with hair. Ooh, this is tough. I don't know. I don't know what kind of hair I want my I don't know what kind of hair I want him to have. Because I want something that says, like, anime protagonist. But not that says overly obnoxious anime protagonist. And as far as hairstyles go, I think that's a hard line to gosh, there's so many different. There are a couple of ways I could do this hair too, but okay. I think I'm gonna know. I think I know what we're gonna do here. Definitely know what we're going to do. Okay, what we're going to do first is make the hat. That'll determine the hairstyle. That way, yeah, let's do that. Let's make the hairstyle first, or the hat first. And so let's start with a UV sphere, I guess. Just kind of move this up here. Yeah, that's good enough. And then grab everything below this line here. Just delete it. Add a shrink wrap modifier and have it shrink wrap the trainer's head. Wait a second. Why is it not? Why isn't it shrink wrapping anything? That's weird. Okay, try that again. Did I? Oh, I didn't add the right. Oh, I added a mesh deform, not a shrink wrap. No, it was a user error. User error. There we go. And let's offset that just a bit. Maybe something like that. That's really all I want there. I could, I guess that's an anime hairstyle. I could go with that, huh? That wouldn't be the worst thing I've ever seen, he says sarcastically. Okay. All right. So it looks like I'm going to have to do something like that. That's fair. Boss Tony, welcome to the stream. How are you doing? All right, let's apply this thing. All right, we're gonna use this as a hat, I think. Let's go. Hold on. What are those hats called that are? They're not snapbacks. They're like stretchy hats or whatever. I'm doing all right, boss. I'm doing all right. Let's see, hats. They're the hat that's like got the elastic band in it and goes all the way around. And there's no, it's not a trucker hat. It's not a snapback. The flex fit, yeah. Yeah. You know what? I think Google is definitely judging me because I just Googled hats after Googling like anime hair with hat or whatever, and it pulled up a fedora. So I don't know what to do with that information. Gonna have to clear the search history now and clear the cookies. Okay, yeah, it's definitely the flex fit. Okay. Flex fit. Okay, so actually, you know what we're going to do? I just did all that work for nothing. We're going to delete this. Yeah. And by all that work, I mean I did like 3 things. And we're going to add in a cylinder because I think I can do this a lot better starting with a cylinder. So let's make this like, what, 0.5? Oh, no. That should be probably a 1, I guess. No, it should not. Something like that. Yeah, 0.6. And the depth should maybe be a 0.5. Yeah, that's about what a hat should be. Okay, cool. Let's ride that hat right about there. The Russian Pokemon. Google doesn't know us. It'll never truly know us. Just knows our preferences. All right. So, what we're going to do, since a hat is basically a cylinder, right? Let me just try beveling this. And then we'll grab from here to like here. And we'll just extrude this out along the Y. And that isn't even. So we're going to undo that. Grab one more. And let's all scale that on the Y a little bit better. All right, cool. So now we've got a hat. What's up? All right. Go ahead and delete this face here. Maybe, yeah, maybe something like that. You know what? Let's try this. Let's drop a thing in here to here. Oh, undo that to that one. And I guess we can grab from here to here. Just delete these vertices, and then grab from here to there. Then extrude that on the Y. And there we go. Now we have a real hat. And set those to auto smooth there. Yep, and I don't like how flat that is at the top there. There we go. Got ourselves a flat bill, but I'm not a fan of this so much. So let's kind of push this back. Maybe, yeah, that's a little bit more round of a curve. Maybe we grab these just a little. There we go. All right, there we go. It's a rounded out hat now. We can grab these two things here. Push this back on the Y just a bit. Do the same thing for these. And then I guess I'm probably going to have to grab this entire edge loop, right? And extrude, leave in place. Up. Hit the wrong button. Let's grab this entire. There we go. So now you can't really see into the hat, and it looks like it's completely solid. There we go. What do we think? Hat forward or backwards? Hat to the side. Ah, okay. So not hat to the side. Hat like this. Gotcha. And then what he needs now, obviously what he needs now is just a giant gold chain. Just a gold chain around the front. Oh, we're definitely doing this. Gold chain around the front with a Pokeball hanging off of it. Just like a gold Pokeball medallion. So what Ash Ketchum would be like in his rebellious phase. Okay. Yeah, this has totally changed it, for sure. Yep. All right. This guy's going to be a wanker. A wanker. Nope. Yes, for sure. It's going to happen. I'm going to put a gold chain down here. All right. With the Pokeball hanging off of it like a freaking tool. I love it. Rodeska, you caused this. Just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. His hats stand like this, which means... I gotta come up with a hairstyle for this. Like, I feel like he definitely needs to have, like, spike, 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 spike. Like, he's gonna definitely have a bunch of spiky hair. And then, hey, Jimmy, welcome to the stream. And then, like, some prominent spikes coming off like that. We're making Pokemon Yellow, and apparently our main character here is gonna be a thug wannabe. It's a Pokemon gangster. But I have no idea how to do his hair. Oh my gosh, what if, hold on, what if we give this white boy, what if we give this white boy pink dreadlocks? When is it out for sale? Gosh, Jimmy, if I tried to sell this, I'm pretty sure Nintendo would sue me for everything and everything else that I don't have. Everything I do and I don't own. But no, this is what we're working on for the summer project. So this will probably be like my hope is to have this guy fully up and running, and from Pallet Town to Pewter City done by August, because I'm working with some of my students to keep their skills up and running over the summer. So that's my hope, is to have this done. So this is the trainer hat. I hope so. I'm hoping it's a cool project. All right, I'm gonna put this stupid freaking necklace on him. Okay, Rodeska, keep this in mind. This is your fault. Okay, we need a chain. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a Taurus, and yeah, so we're gonna do some work with some modifiers here. Major segments, that's fine. That's gonna make it. Oh, apparently that's I'm getting high on. I'm not getting high. I'm getting high on. Oh, I didn't realize I could affect all of these different settings. Yeah, let's go ahead and make this pretty small, actually. Like 0.25. Because I want this to be a single chain in his chain link. Yeah, there we go. And we're going to scale this on the x-axis. Nope, that's not going to work. Okay, cool. So I'm going to grab from here. Not getting high. I don't know why I was saying that. Maybe I am getting high. All right. So what I want to do is I want to turn this into a chain link. And I guess I have to grab from here. Actually, no, hold on. Let's do this. I'll grab this one, and then just... There we go. And scale that out on the X. That's too much. Gosh, why am I even friggin' whatever? All right. Let's try this again. I should have a chain saved, if I'm being honest. I really should. I don't know why I don't. Let's just add a cube, dang it, whatever. Make this thing work with a cube. Alright, into edit, well, let's apply the size. And actually delete that. And let's add on a skin modifier. And whatever. Oh, and I guess, you know what, a mirror modifier would probably work too. But we're going to mirror across the y-axis and not the x. So mirror modifier first, please. Thank you. Let's take this to, I guess, negative 0.1. Actually, negative 0.15. Yeah. And then I guess I'll duplicate that and move it over here where it's like 0.15 and 0.1. Cool. And I guess I can turn clipping on. And you know what? I guess we delete that. And mirror it across the x-axis. Wait a second. Yeah, okay. So that should be showing me everything here. Oh, I guess I have to mark one of these as the root, huh? Mark that as the root. There we go. There we go. But I want the mirror to occur first. And then a subdivision surface. Alright, cool. We have made a chain link. So, gold chain. Even though it's purple right now. Yeah, there we go. Okay, cool. So now we will add in an empty object. Actually, hold on. Let's do that. Cursor to the selected object. Now we'll add in an empty object. And just the plain arrows is fine, honestly. Grab the chain link. Chain twister object. And then I want to add an array modifier. And we will not do that. We're actually going to add in a path really quick. Oh, it's a curve. Yeah, and then it's a path. Okay, technically, whatever. Then it should just be GX2. There we go. And then let me set the 3D cursor as a pivot point. Scale this sucker down. Actually, I shouldn't have to. If I do this correctly, it should just be able to go, you know what? Fit the curve. Grab that curve. There we go. And object offset, we will grab the chain twister object. And we'll do 0.5. And then we'll rotate this along the x-axis. Something like 80 degrees. Alright, so now we got a chain, and I don't want it to just go 0.5 though. Let's do something more like 0.75. So that kind of looks like it's all holding in there. Perfect. And I guess I'll add in another empty. No, hold on. Let me change the path first. Up, okay, and then apparently I forgot the last step, which is a curve modifier. Man, my modifier stack is getting crazy right now. Okay. There we go. We've got ourselves a little chain link here. And I guess we'll add in now. We'll add in a empty object to be the chain parent. Chain parent, and then I guess I'll make the twister a child, the gold chain a child, and the path a child. So this should be chain path. So now I take this. Oh, okay. Let's median point here. Okay, because everything has to be a scale of 1 for those. Let's see. Is that at the right scale? That's at the right scale. Uh-oh, this might not work. Yeah, this isn't going to work. Dang it. Okay. I'll need all 3 objects. There we go. And we'll just move this up here. Rotate that around the Z. Guess I should rotate that around the Z a little bit more. Okay. What if we just... Alright, let's turn off the array modifier here, and let's make this chain link actually the size of what a chain link should probably be around this guy's neck, which is right there. Yeah, alright. Hit Control A and apply that scale. Okay, undo that. Yeah, there we go. Alright, cool. How did it move it up and down? When it was just, I don't know. Oh, sometimes Blender doesn't make sense. Alright. But it's free. Yeah, alright. You're not wrong. Nope, I don't want that shirt to come with it. Alright. Nope. Where's that chain path? There we go, please. Thank you very much. Let me hide the neck for a second, because... And I guess I can hide the head for a second as well. Okay. That's making the chain do some weird stuff. Maybe I need to subdivide this a little bit. Yeah. And maybe the same thing here. All right, cool. So let's bring back the neck and the head back. And we've got our chain on the front, our obnoxious chain on the front. And now, all right, let's hide this hat. Gosh, okay, whatever. We'll hide the head again, too. Positioning this. It's almost not worth it. There we go. That's so close. Okay. Alright, just trying to fix this. Yeah, that's good. As far as I'm concerned, that's good. Check that out. Check that out. All right. He's got a gold chain. Cool. And actually, let me put a... Call this gold chain. The gold chain collection, and I'm going to put all of the gold chain items in there. So now I can't select it and screw it up. And now what he really needs is he needs just a Pokeball on the end of that chain. That's what he needs. So we're just going to add in real quick a UV sphere into the gold chain area. We'll call this Pokeball emblem medallion. I don't know why he would ever want to wear a Pokeball around his neck, but he does. So there we go. It's too much. How about point like 0.005? Nah, that's too much. 0.01? Yeah, there we go.
Okay, here's my theory. Whoever made that noise made it intentionally. So we would hear it and find him.
Dang it. Okay. I guess I need these. I feel like that is too big, right? I feel like that's too big. There we go. That's better. Better. All right, cool. So now he's got his gold chain, Pokemon medallion. Now he just needs hair. And then we can start the retop process. Hi. Like a thuggin' Sora with his chain. Alright, it is nearly 9 o'clock, guys. I'm going to save the work that we've done today. We've done a lot of work. We sculpted clothing. We got some decent shoes, decent pants. Gave him a gold chain. Boss Tony, yes, I do. Well, kind of. In 2.79, I had Retopo Flow, so I was using Retopo Flow for that. And then we got 2.8, and Retopo Flow's not up for 2.8 yet. So I will get that when it comes out. But for now, no, there's no program at the moment for retopology, or no add-on for Blender at this point that I know of. Because even like there were the tools that were in there originally, like B surfaces and some other ones, those aren't ported yet for 2.8. So a lot of the stuff I'm used to not here, but it's okay. It's helped me get better, I think, at manually retopology. All right, I got a ton of vertices overall right now, but what's on this chain? It doesn't tell me how many vertices are on the chain in general. So all right, well, I'm gonna get on out of here. Let's see if anybody that I know streaming right now. No, not that I know of. All right, cool. Well, thanks for hanging out, everybody. It has been a great time. We've got a lot of work done on this. I will be back on Wednesday to continue working on our Pokemon trainer. I'm going to fix this chain. I want to make the chain kind of come out from the Pokeball. I think that would probably be a better way of doing that. But thanks for hanging out, everybody. Have a good night. Rodeska, take care of yourself till you get to that doctor on Monday. Let me know how that goes. Until then, y'all, peace out. Have a good night, and I'll see you guys on Wednesday.